Midtown Meetup. This is Gus Wanner, I'm Peter Bawa. And for the next 2 hours, we're going to be singing you songs that I wrote, songs that Gus wrote, songs that we wrote together. Let's just dive in.
Yeah.
This one's called Too Much Information.
Oh, see, I was ready on the wrong page.
Ready?
Ready.
On the mute. Okay.
Yeah. These things.
Telling me you need some attention. What I'm doing hasn't been enough. We're going on a separate direction. Your mouth is moving, but I can't hear a word. You're giving me too much information. Input overload. I can't take too much more of this. You're giving me too much information. My heart's in overdrive. Close the door and leave me with a kiss. You're telling me it's time you started over. I haven't loved you right for quite a while. The music's loud, I can hardly hear you. Tuning out the static in your smile. You're giving me too much information. Input overload. I can't take too much more of this. You're giving me too much information. My heart's in overdrive. Close the door and leave me with a kiss. You told me this would happen. You said I wasn't listening. Sat down at the piano and I wrote you a song. You're giving me too much information. Input overload. I can't take too much more of this. You're giving me too much information. My heart's in overdrive. Close the door and leave me with a kiss. You're giving me too much information. Input overload. I can't take any more of this. You're giving me too much information. My heart's in overdrive. Close the door and leave me with a kiss. Close the door and leave me with a kiss. Close the door and leave me with a kiss. Thank you. Less bass.
More treble.
Okay.
Otherwise it sounds real nice.
Less bass, more treble. Is that any better? Okay, great.
No less Paul stuff.
Before we go any further, I want to say that I met Gus in 2019, 2020. It was right before.
No, it was before.
It was before COVID.
Yeah, it was before COVID. I'm thinking 2018, 2019.
It was at the Beer Depot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He had put out this advertisement looking for people to form a yacht rock band with, and we had basically a 10-sentence conversation concluding with, I do not want to join the yacht rock band. And and we ended up going to see the Star Wars movie and going out for Indian food and finding out we had mutual information. So there you go.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting synchronicities. But anyway, we started playing music, and then we started writing together, and here we are, 5, 6, 7 years later. All right.
Nice.
Next thing is Little Bird.
Ah, yes. Now this is one of those things that, this is why people should work at home, because if you're working at home, you actually can put yourself in a position where you can do a song, write a song like Little Bird, as opposed to being like ensconced in a cubicle and like, I can't see anything but like the fuzzy felt of the walls or something.
Yeah, I saw a little bird sitting on my outdoor table one day, and the song came out. Little bird, have you heard? She doesn't love me anymore. Well, has to go, and maybe so. The final closing of the door. It's in the wind, and in the end, happened so many times before. Little bird, have you heard? She doesn't love me anymore. Little bird, where'd you go? Oh, I miss the flutter of your wings, the sound of spring and everything before the cold wind starts to blow. I didn't see in front of me, and now I'm staring at the floor. Little bird, have you heard? She doesn't love me anymore. Little bird, can you see? I didn't mean to be a fool. She's gone away. I didn't say some things I should have learned in school. I'm sorry now, and so somehow I'll cross the floor and say some more. Little bird, have you heard? She doesn't love me anymore. Little bird, have you heard? She doesn't love me anymore. At least it's a start.
At least it's a start.
This is a song that, it was first two I wrote. This is one of the first ones that Gus and I wrote together.
Here's a start.
Yes, it's in the bridge, it's like,
We usually like to leave the chords off of our charts so we can get surprised every time we play.
it's kind of the cult thing. Blind man's bluff with guitar. And either that or a Stratego, a battleship, you know, C9. You saw my battleship.
All right.
faces knows the loss of a heart.
We know each other well, at least it's a start. We know each other well, at least it's a start.
Times in God, when there's storms, middle of summer, winter and warm.
We know each other well, at least it's a start. We know each other well, at least it's a start.
Every and the loveliest day must come to an end. From stranger lovers and maybe friends.
Know each other well, at least it's a start. We know each other well, at least it's a start. Know each other well, at least it's a start. Know each other well, at least it's a start.
Heat of a passions, depth of a soul. I can't read the words, I'm getting really old. Never mind, you know we know
Each other well, at least it's a start. Know each other well, at least it's a start.
don't you know?
Know each other well, at least it's a start.
Anyhow, thank you. Very kind. I'm going to do a minor adjustment. I can't see.
And I never thought I would be sweating in this room because it's usually cold as hell. But, yeah. All right, and next. Oh, okay. This is a song that I wrote a really, really long time ago. And did we write this one together?
Let's see.
It's another surprise.
Oh, yeah. We worked on this song together. I kind of helped out with the phrasing on that. And
If you want to hear stories, long stories, we are full of them.
yeah, you know, it's not. He doesn't have one, not two, but three shaggy dogs. So,
It's all been said before. We're walking out the door. We're not in love anymore. It's all been said before. It comes as no surprise. I see it in your eyes. You're not in love anymore. It's all been said before. Other words to say. You turn and walk away. We're not in love anymore. It's all been said before. There are no words to say. You turn and walk away. You're not in love anymore. It's all been said before. This house is silent now. I'll get along somehow. You're not in love anymore. It's all been said before. You're not in love anymore. It's all been said before. You're not in love anymore. It's all been said before.
Thank you very much. Now we go into the scary part of the evening. This is a long-term trilogy. This first song actually comes from, basically these songs are part of a continuing theme. This starts in 1981 and is picked up in 1999 and concluded somewhere in the early part of the 21st century. It's the misadventures of a man who actually has absolutely, he's got a lot of commitment issues and all kinds of weirdness like that. But you can see the progression or the piece of the soul that's degrading. Make sure that the bass part is fueled up. Bass requires a lot of extra fuel unless we bring in a little. Yeah. It's true. All right. Oh.
Now it's a gig.
Now it's a
It's
gig.
really a gig.
That was not scripted.
No. It's live, baby. This is not AI. And that means
It's just cables, no power. You know it's one part fear, it's 2 parts pain. Fear of the rejection now will happen again. Pain born after suffering all the lonely nights. Pain born after waking in the dawn light. You know your promises of passion just add fuel to the fire. Could we ever measure the heat of our desires? A new explosion happened at the moment when we kissed. Well, stars and heaven magic, it ended up like this. Still a man whose heart is easily stolen is a man whose heart is easily broken. And I'm watching all those lovers walking 2 by 2. I wanna say I love you. I wanna say I love you. You know your light show is all over and I'm partially blind. I can focus just enough to see what's never mine. All the waiting, the stalling and the wasting of time. All those crumpled lovers couplets with their meaningless rhymes. You know it could have ended better, could have ended worse in this wretched walk life. You know it's just another verse of a love that's gone still or was never meant to be. But how
come that last man standing always looks just like me. Still I'm asking, man whose heart is easily stolen is a man whose heart is easily broken. And I'm watching all the lovers walking two by two. Yeah, I wanna say I love you. Wanna say I love you. Waiting for that healing and the rain to begin. And I'm whistling in the dark, another half remembered tune. Of love's promises and virtues. Yeah, love's promises and virtues. Still that man whose heart easily stolen is a man whose heart is easily broken. And I'm watching lovers walking two by two. You know I want to say I love you. I gotta say I love you. I need to say I love you, but I don't know what to do. Na 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 na. I don't know what to do. Na 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 na. Don't know what to do. Na 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 na. Don't know what to do. There it is. I was a young man, ambitious and crazy, and all that stuff. So, after many bad adventures, perhaps of a Odyssean flavor, I ended up living in Tacoma Park, and it was the winter solstice. 1999, I said, I gotta write a song, the last song of the 20th century, and it's gonna be the defining statement. And I've been watching a lot of old black and white movies, Cagney, and things like that, gangster movies that are really turning grab. And I always loved the writing of these movies because they always had these great turns of phrases. And there was this one thing, and I believe it was Cagney, who said, all right, when are you getting wise to yourself? And I was like, that's a good line, I've got to steal that. And I figured people, Debbie wrote it, so it's in public domain. So, did you ever get wise to yourself so worthy as to dodge the kiss like it was a dagger? Before blood was drawn, both sides had some dignity and walked away. I guess I've grown up, but I'm not saying I've enjoyed being a Hawaii acrobat. Our hands are gone and ambulance, this delicate work. I'm not saying that I'm any better, even more sensible, there's nothing like that. Maybe just got wise to myself, walk away before we got hurt. You know the numbers in my black book, but I'm not calling. So little late for explanations or recriminations. The magic of the moment fades with changing the seasons, and it's always winter down here, so it is. It's all for the best, you know. She'll find that real man. I'll slip back in the shadows in my favorite foreign land. Contemplate those mysteries like music and sex and how they intersect. I'm not saying I'm any better, even more sensible and nothing like that. Maybe just got wise to This is the song is entitled Consequences because that's what it talks about. And I've got it. Since they run together somehow. Yeah, there it is. Got it. It's like parallel parking for me. I've got to find the right chord sequence under that in the car. The songs will run into each other and then be a terrible mess, and the next thing you know, will be sampled for bad AI or something.
That's fine, because I don't know the song.
Yeah, well, this is a free-form improvisation. We put out complete nuclear Wanner's album, so I'm going to stay in theory. So, yeah, so this is hits you like a perfect drug, ecstasy, a kindle lust, but purer than the skin that you've experienced. The soul engages evident to the body seems to doubt that you can truly see the mechanics of intimacy. Some less different where we end up through mistakes and plastic slip-ups, consequence of attraction, the very real cost of action. You look into her guileless eyes and suddenly you realize that she's gone beyond, and it's different by song. Engage her in the cheating bed, ish from the heart and head, this infidelity of ultimate intimacy. Someplace different where we end up through mistakes and classic slip-ups, consequence of attraction, the very real cost of action.
find treasure from things she comprehends. But this is different. Call it heaven's legacy. The soul flies and is free from earthly restraint. Beyond gravity's take. Someplace different where we end up through mistakes and classic slip-ups. Constants of attraction, you know the very real cost of action. Someplace different where we end up through mistakes and classic slip-ups. Consequence of attraction, the very real cost of action. Love this song. One of these days I should just practice the hell out of it. But not right now. Oh, wait a second. Oh, no. Are you playing on this one? This one. Oh, come on. Yeah. Want to hear a joke?
Why not? Sure.
I bought some batteries, but they weren't included. Go get the waitresses.
Alright, let's see, what's next? Okay, this is a song that I wrote earlier this year. I'm going to tell a story here. Yeah, I wrote this song. I'd gone to Houston for I think the bass is muted. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, I had gone to Houston for a recording session, and when I was there, I was told that some of the original songs that I was writing were a little bit too complicated. So I was driving back from Houston, and I was thinking, man, what I want to write is a song that's really simple, like a Tom Petty or a Neil Young song, where they just repeat one word or one phrase over and over and over and over again, right? So I was listening to a lot of Neil Young and Tom Petty on the way home, and the next day I came up with this song. Let's see if I can remember it. Start over. All these songs sound the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Was a delicate thing. She wouldn't wear my ring. I watched her walk away 10 years ago today. I was a younger man. She took me by the hand, but her love grew hold too tight and slip away in the night. I'd love to see her smile. It was just for a while. No other boy in the history of this world had more love than I did for that girl. Never knew what you saw in me. What you get is what you see. I don't know how to hold a heart. I don't know how to hold a heart. I don't know how to hold a heart. She was my one desire. Set my world on fire. She's gone so far away. Still hear her say, I don't know how to hold a heart. 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 She was a delicate thing.
Thank you very much. And with that, we have come to the end of our first set. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back.
Actually, we got enough time in this
Oh, do we?
for one more song.
Oh, okay, never mind.
All right.
And, yeah, one more song. And of course, we're going to go on the reason why songwriters should be on Prozac. That's what we did. San Diego.
Okay.
San Diego. Now that's
San Diego.
that's kind of a funny story.
See if there's any beer left in this.
Yeah.
I'll give it a minute.
Anyhow, song, interesting backstory. There's this woman that I was incredibly, madly in love with. Anyhow, things, of course, the wheels fell off, and they actually fell off in Las Cruces, New Mexico. What the hell? Las Cruces, New Mexico does not have a particularly poetic ring to it. So, going through this terrible trip through the desert and recriminations and all that, somebody once observed that I seemed to live my complete life in penance, and they may be right. I do not know. Anyhow, so I ended up helping this person move from, I met her in D.C., and she was like lead of the D.C. movie, and she moved over to the wonderful suburb of Normal Heights, which also is not poetic, but we're getting close. What is Normal Heights a suburb of? Of course, the ever popular, legendary San Diego. And as a result, this song has kind of come out, and it's called San Diego. Woke up too early this morning, realized a month had passed.
was torn apart. My spirit was shattered, but still I played my part. San Diego, you know I watch you sleep untouchable, image in my heart to keep. You know your words were ringing in my ear, and the moon was sharp and deep. I was standing like a soldier, my love carried me on. I said one last morning prayer for love I knew was gone. San Diego, San Diego. You know I live with the choices I have made. Love must be tender, unless it fades. Long distance devotions, a journey or two. But you needed more than what I gave you. You know, we talked upon the couch, we spoke upon the stair. We said the door is always open, but we gotta be aware. Yeah, we do. Life happens, embrace it, face it, and be brave. You know we're in each other's arms, but we go our separate ways. Oh, San Diego. San Diego. Now it's much later, you know, this time has passed. Since we separated, you know, it dropped me on that last. You know those vivid colors, they swirl around you. Life is high and fast, yes it is. Well, life down here in San Antonio found a home at last. But a home, San Diego. San Diego. San Diego. Thank you. King originally was this great depressive thing. But we're going to take a little break now, and we'll be going into the second half of the show. Please stick around, drink up, order up a potato or whatever, and enjoy this music when we come back in from this terrible rainy night. Thank you.
The second set.
And this is the redemption set, and this is interesting because I did not rearrange the book, so like that. But now here it is. Well, I guess we'll start out. I know we're starting out with a song which, quite frankly, when one listens to Red Dirt Radio and all these songs of pseudo country or whatever, this is one of those things that, unfortunately, every now and again I got to do a genre exercise, and Peter and I decided that we were going to embark on writing what we consider a
Road song.
a road song, kind of a quasi-Texas thing, Eddie Graham will probably find me and have somebody beat me in a submission, but hey, old people fighting, what the hell.
If you've heard it before, please feel free to sing along.
Seriously?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Drive tonight with no destination, that's a lie I've always known. Each turn of the wheel, well, you know the deal, it's just the same old long drive home. I look at my reflection when I don't know who I am. I know where I'm going, but I don't know where I've been. All you dream or memory, maybe a road, help me see what is fact or fantasy, what lies in between. Driving tonight with no destination, it's a lie I've always known. Each turn of the wheel, well, you know the deal, it's just the same old long drive home. Miles drawn by dotted lines, distant better unit of time. Trying to recall just what's still mine after all I've thrown away. All you dream or memory, maybe the road will help me see what is fact or fantasy and what lies in between. Driving tonight with no destination, it's a lie I've always known. Each turn of the wheel, well, you know the deal, it's just the same old long drive home. The night carries streamers enshrouded by the dark. The road unspools before us, a river for our bark. Yesterday's a broken mirror, tomorrow's round the bend. Now it's for reflection before we come to another land. Driving tonight with no destination, it's a lie I've always known. Each turn of the wheel, well, you know the deal, it's just the same old long drive home. Driving tonight with no destination, it's a lie I've always known. Each turn of the wheel, well, you know the deal, it's just the same old long drive home. And we're always trying to drive home. It's just the same old long drive home. It's just the same old long drive home.
Now we're going to bring up a guest artist here. The three of us are often, Peter and our very own Emily Blase, myself constitute a band called Spiral Staircase. And it is perhaps one of the best things, if not the best thing I've ever done in my life. And I'm very, very proud to make music with these people because it's just one of those things when you're playing to people and at the end of the night you kind of take a look at them as opposed to like saying you don't want to say anything, you want to hang out with them and have a burger or something, and just be with them because they really encourage creativity. And so, without further ado, I'm going to introduce a song that I wrote back in the 90s. I used to work in Washington, D.C. in a guitar shop called President Lena, a guitar shop established in 1922 by Sophocles Thomas. Anyhow, there was a guy who worked with me, Jay Dixon, God rest his soul. He was an incredibly friendly guy, but he had liquid abuse problems and probably one of the best people to sit down and drink with. But unfortunately, he did have a bad habit of just kind of deferring his life to other things. Nothing ever went right for him. There's always somebody else's fault. And one day I recognized this in the heat of summer. I was like, oh my God, the man is really this. The song is about a dancing bear. Nimble as a dancing bear, from a call to a movie. With tatters of the manners he was taught, drifting to his neighbors precisely 15 minutes late, with today's excuse about all the Bowers and the fate. Always with the stories about how Ron Reagan crushed him with the hostile climate for the small entrepreneur. Never was the alcohol or lack of his ambition, always someone else to blame on his condition. And Boss and Mrs. Boss are screaming at his oversight. The manager works hard as he's trapped in Indian food. Dancing Bear is promising the world to some stranger, while the manager knows this move will never do. The quiet days glide by with the ease of Uncle John, while the patients wait. He's speaking of the Redskins. Manager is working like a stoker in the engine, and the dancing bear he rattles on and on and on and on. The Italians have a word for it. He drinks at the bar with the victims of their fate, and he growls how they can't understand the pressures of his life. Then he's oozing down the avenue, you know it's way too late. And Boss and Mrs. Boss are screaming at his oversight. The manager works hard as he's trapped in Indian food. Dancing Bear is promising the world to some stranger, and the manager knows this move will never do. In summer, his pores exude atomized alcohol. His liver could not process it, refuses very sweat. And that flask of vodka hiding in his carry bag seems only to keep his whistle wet. The bear is dancing on the wire.
itself is swaying. The abyss waits for him to take his dive. As he does his little dance, the audience, they're waiting, oh, they're waiting for another act to come to center stage. And Boss and Mrs. Boss, they're screaming at his oversight. The manager works hard as he's trapped in Jenny Blue. Dancing Bear is promising the world to some stranger. The manager knows this fool will never do. But Boss and Mrs. Boss, they're screaming at his oversight. The manager works hard as he's trapped in Indian food. Dancing Bear is promising the world to some stranger. While the manager knows this fool will never do. Thank you. I was actually trying to write homage to Russell Black. These things happen. Speaking of homage, now this is going to be interesting. Not as good.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. When we started putting together songs, there were clearly some songs we did not remember very well anymore. That was one of them.
Yeah, simple pattern song, you know. It's a, what can I say? It's a song that's flannel shirts and faded jeans and getting old. I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm better than I'll ever be again. Take your time, I'm at the county line. Get to stop yet, tell them you're looking for a friend. Truth be told, I'm looking kinda old and I'm looking where the highway ends. Don't you know when I ride, the wheel turns around again, around again. Yeah, when I was a younger man, out of dreams with no real plans, I built my castles on the sand. With time washed them away. Threads that bind us, stretch but remain strong. Must be that point of view that no one's always ever wrong. But I'm better than I'll ever be again. When I take your time at the county line, and they stop you, say you're looking for a friend. Truth be told, I'm looking kinda old, and I'm looking where the highway ends. Don't you know when I ride, the wheel turns around again, turns around again. Now I am an old man, and I think about the times back then. Enmity and bitterness, and the enmity never really ends. I wonder where we lost it, and I wonder where the hate begins. Anger is a sacrament, and the definition of a friend.
they stop you, say you're looking for a friend. Truth be told, I'm looking where the highway ends. The highway turns around again. Truth be told, looking kind of old, and looking where the highway is. Don't you know when I arrive, the wheel turns around again, turns around again. Don't you know when I arrive, the wheel turns around again, turns around again. Don't you know when I arrive, the wheel turns around again, turns around again. Better than I'll ever be again, better than I'll ever be again, better than I'll ever be again. The wheel turns around again, turns around again. Thank you. Harmonica and guitar and backup vocals. Very, very lucky to be working with her, and very lucky to be working with Peter. Very lucky man indeed.
Yes, he is. I kid.
Yeah, well, that is. Okay.
All right. This is a song that I wrote this past summer when I went to Mexico. I went on a trip to Mexico, and it was a trip I've been wanting to make for a long time. And as the plane was descending, came through the clouds, saw the ocean, and that's where the song originated from. The first few lines. The song is also about wanting to do something for a very long time, and then when you finally get to do that, you're able to share it with other people who may or may not be the same.
Oh, and as an addenda, for whatever reasons, Peter and I use a lot of religious imagery when writing songs, and we're not particularly religious, but we kind of go with the low-hanging fruit, as it were. I mean, people have made a lot of noises about it for thousands of years, so why not us?
Why not us?
Coming through the clouds like Jesus, descending onto hallowed ground. I see you everywhere, though you're not really there. But I'm holding on to what I found. The nights don't seem so blue, and the foot's in the other shoe. I'm feeling better now, it's all been coming out. And I'm sharing my dreams. Like Buddha under the tree. I've got those words, but I know I'll still get heard. Your strength still carries me. I can see the horizon, the colors change in you. But you're not really there. Everywhere, and I'm sharing my dreams with you. Though you're not really there, I can see you everywhere, and I'm sharing my dreams with you.
Oh, yes. And let's see. And again, this is a song which combines two of my favorite subjects, baking and being an Appleseed. So there you go. It's hard. Lapsed Catholics, I'm an expired Catholic. It's just one of those things where, yeah, bigger problem. That's the other thing. Playing with that, give us a second, because like those technical problems, damn it.
Anybody got any good jokes?
Your guitar's out of tune up.
Yeah, well, the cat died. It's never be in a band where they have no small animals. I mean, it's one of those things. No, seriously. I mean, like, when you're in a band, and band members have like dogs or cats, they're generally pretty cool. They're pretty chill because they understand. Animals have needs. We have our needs, and generally animals will come up, and they'll say, "Hey, I like you. Welcome to rehearsal." They'll sniff you. They're great. They'll catch a roll from you. But if you're around in a band where they have like a rehearsal and there are no small animals, beware, children, beware. Because I gotta tell you, these people, it's like, if they can't pass the small mammal test, don't turn your back on them. It's not a good cause. Not at all.
Or the large mammal.
That's disturbing.
How small are we talking now?
Yeah, broken pieces.
Keys is a song that anybody know?
C and U. Broken pieces. D? You're saying C and E? Okay.
We should have wrote it
It's
down.
like a D. I thought it was a D.
Trust me, it's indeed. It's indeed.
I will follow you. Oh yeah, this is indeed.
This is it. I have severe communications problems. I really do. That's my New Year's resolution. I won't get better at that. There it is. Like 68 years old, still can't communicate. How the hell did I get out of
Okay,
here?
I remember.
D.
Okay.
You gave it to me.
If you go to a Jackson Brown concert, he always says he doesn't rehearse and he doesn't bring any sheet music and he just wants to be surprised as much as you are surprised. So that's what's going to happen.
And one of these years, I'll write as well as Jack Jackson did when he was like 16. Not today. One,
Good for
two,
Jackson.
three. Gingerbread man in a bakery, formed in an oven of love. Spices floating in the air like a blessing from above. Marzipan house promises sweet life, the windows say, come on in. Promises rain, oh it feels so right. Come in to begin, broke me in pieces. Like a tainted Eucharist, broke me in pieces. Like a wasted sacrament. Wired like fine porcelain, strength is simple clay. Formed and shaped by loving hands, then shattered by mistake. Can't put it back together once it falls apart. Those wounds will take some time to heal, but they'll always leave a scar. Broke me in pieces. Like a tainted Eucharist, broke me in pieces. Like a wasted sacrament, broke me in pieces. Shattered on the ground, broke me in pieces. No one hung around. Rock thrown through a stained glass window, hammered through a mirror. Sharp and flight, they sting by. Resolution, then the tears. Laceration, then the tears. Broke me in pieces. Like a tainted Eucharist, broke me in pieces. Like a wasted sacrament, broke me in pieces. Shattered on the ground, broke me in pieces. No one hung around. Gingerbread man in the bakery. Gingerbread man in the bakery. Gingerbread man in the bakery.
Yes, this was
Costume change.
Costume change.
All right, this next song is a song that I wrote about.
Can you hear me?
The song is about when me and my family first moved to Mississippi, first moved to the United States. We lived in Biloxi, Mississippi. And it was not a pleasant time. Grandfather just passed away, so there was a lot of grieving. So that's kind of what this song is about. So it's not cheerful.
Yes, we are misery merchants. We fully
I heard this one last night for the first time. It's a good song.
A house full of people, sorrow and tears, hope for the future, can't find it here. Someone is missing, others are gone. Where's the location? Where do I belong? The rail still runs the crescent line. I'll find you there, all in good time. Smell of the ocean, feel of the grass, call of the future, pain of the past. It's too soon for leaving, embracing our fate, beginnings and endings. Arriving too late. Between the heat and the hurricane, it's quiet and always remains the same. The rail still runs the crescent line. I'll find you there, all in good time. All in good time.
All in good time.
All in good time.
All in good time.
All in good time.
All in good time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful.
We're talking right along. All right, today. Okay. This next song.
Remind myself before.
All right.
Okay.
Go.
Another sort of synchronicity that Gus and I have is incredible. Gus used to live in Twill Park, where a guy named Tom Rosella used to live, and used to shop and get his guitar prepared. And he knew Gus a long, long time ago. And then in Houston, I met Tom around 93, 94, and we became friends. And we did not know that after many years of Gus and I knowing one another, that we had this mutual acquaintance, Tom Rosella, who's a folk singer, songwriter. Last year, Tom passed away from cancer. And then right around the same time, another local musician, Jim Halson, a bass player, also passed away. So I write a lot of my songs when I'm walking my dogs and everything. And so this idea came to me in the middle of the night when I was walking. It was about inspiring people long after you're gone, and it's about taking something from their life you can learn from. Or yours.
right. When it's right, then find another. Won't you do this for me, friend? For me, brother. Find one thing I didn't say. Won't you say it for me every day? Say it loud and say it strong to anyone who feels they don't belong. It may not end up like you thought it should. The hardest things you face alone. If I could be there, you know I would, to help you through the storm. Take one thing and make it yours. Hold on to it tight and don't let go. We're all running out of time. So find a hand to hold like you find mine. May not end up like you thought it should. The hardest things you face alone. If I could be there, you know I would, to help you through the storm. Take one thing and make it yours. Hold on to it tight and don't let go. We're all running out of time. So find a hand to hold like you found mine. Find a hand to hold like you found mine. Okay. Now we come to the new. All right. Yeah, we felt the need to write a holiday song because you never know when somebody won't want to cover it when you make money. No snow to be found. Plenty of candy, but you're not around. Looking at pictures, who we used to be, wrapping the presents right in the tree. Pull out the boxes, the lights. Come Christmas morning, it may be alright. Making your memories, let old memories fade. That is the magic of Christmas Day. Got the tamales, potatoes and beer. Everyone's happy, but we wish you were here. Smiling and laughing, maybe it's here. You'd always say Christmas is here. Christmas in Texas, no snow to be found. Plenty of memories, but you're not around. Looking at pictures, who we used to be, wrapping the presents right in the tree. Looking at pictures, who we used to be, wrapping the presents right in the tree. Wrapping the presents right in the tree. Okay, we've come to the end of our musical adventure, and I'm really glad we've seen it.
Yeah,
We have one more.
Midnight.
No. Okay. All right. This song, this last song oh yeah, trust me, song, we have some, it's not exactly Indiana, or San Leandro used to say. Well, actually, this is a happy
It is a
song.
happy song.
Yeah, it's a very, yeah, this is like a song that should, when I shuffle off this morning, before I hope that somebody will get around to playing it on a boombox or something, or if you have some time to.
All right. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's come out tonight. Thank you to Gus and Emily, especially for being our musical partners. Thank you to Deb, who came from Wisconsin. My brother Paul came from Austin. My girlfriend Angie, Clary, Cindy, Brian, a few other people I don't know. I recognize the faces, but I don't know the names.
I'd like to say thank you to Vanessa for coming out here and being able to get out and see the music again. Of course, and again, a special thank you to the Casbah himself, Mr. Brian Parrish, legendary KSLA radio personality and drummer for the notorious Nuclear Juarez, of which I'm also a member. All we're missing is Mikey. Where's Mikey?
Also known for his bootleg recordings.
And yeah, well, and I'd like to
Special shout out to Alfred, who's come back from South America hiking tour throughout the Andes and all that. Has made his way over here.
How do you know that?
Because I'm the interrogator. I'm an
Is that
evil
because
person.
Emily?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
She tells all.
What?
She tells all.
Damn.
You cast a giant shadow, sir.
I'm not very large, so I don't know how big that shadow is.
The shadow knows.
Hey.
And also, I want to say thank you to everybody who's joining in remotely from the live stream. We have no idea who's watching, but thank you.
Hopefully my relatives in the Philippines have tuned in for the second set. And a dear friend of mine, my personal rabbi who's in Perth, Australia, Rabbi Mutzman Israel. Hopefully, see, I'm here and we're doing original music. Muzos can do this, So when you talk to the man, I don't know, put in a good word for us.
This song started with the phrase, with what it was either you or either Gus or I were on a flight, and we were.
No, you were on.
Was it me?
Yeah, you were on the flight.
It was me. I was on a flight, and I was coming in. It was a nice flight, and I was looking down at the city, and I saw the freeways. No, it was Gus.
No.
I don't know. It was one of us, right?
Like I was flying with Narita, after a horrid flight trying to get out of Manila, and hearing this song in my ears. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I was on a flight. Right? Oh yeah, I remember now because I was writing my journal, right? And on the plane, and I looked out the window and I saw these freeways, and I thought those looked like ribbons of light. So I closed my journal and I just decided to look out the window until the plane landed. And so that's where the name of the song comes from, Ribbons of Light.
And then he's got this great image, and the next thing is sort of like, we decided we were going to write a song around that singular image of the ribbons of light. And so there you go. I'm closing the book on my last words, looking down through the night on these ribbons of light. The words have been shed, the tears have been shed, the colors all gray, strip the sheets from the bed. The season has passed, calendar's done, turning the page, you weren't the one. I'm closing the book on my last words, looking down through the night on these ribbons of light. Got no destination on tonight's flight, no fixed location, straight on through the night. I'll be there by morning, no baggage to claim, just carry my heart, this song in my name. I'm closing the book on my last words, looking down through the night on these ribbons of light. I'm closing the book on my last words, looking down through the night on these ribbons of light, on these ribbons of light, on these ribbons. great support. I mean, she's good man. Thank you, Peter Wanner, for writing with me and putting up with my insanities. It's okay. Thank you so much.
And Gus Wanner, everybody. The guy in the
One s'mores.
S'mores? I'll have to ask Mia. Does Mia have s'mores? No.
One s'mores.
That's it.
Give us one more.
All right, one more.
S'mores.
What do we got?
I'd like to do voice to myself one more
Okay.
time. Because we did it on the classical one, which it was written on was on a classical guitar, but quite frankly, I've come to the conclusion that I really like electric guitar. I have too many of them. You never have too many electric guitars, but now we're talking about. Ready? All right. I'm trying to drive here. Did you ever get wise to yourself so early as to dodge the kiss like it was a dagger? Before love was strong, both sides had some dignity and walked away. I guess I've grown up, but I'm not saying I'm enjoying me now how I acrobat. My hands are gone from handling hearts, it's delicate work. I'm not saying I'm any better, even more sensible, nothing like that. Maybe just got wise to myself, walk away before we got hurt. You know I'm numbers in my blackboard, but I'm not calling. So really put explanations or inclinations. Imagine a moment, fate will change in the seasons, and it's always winter down here. It's all for the best, you know, she'll find out real man. I'll slip back in the shadows in my favorite foreign land. Contemplate those mysteries like music and sex and how they intersect. I'm not saying that I'm any better, even more sensible and nothing like that. Maybe just got wise to myself, walk away before we got hurt. Before we got her.
Too much fun being alive.